Now we may want to add sub-second measurements to our pulse timing. Now we can do that with the 500 range products with the new Series 3. Now we do that simply, I'll go to the programming area. You need to set one of the parameters. To do that, I go to the Settings tab, right click on Special, left click on Properties, and I have to set P27 equals to 3. Now what that does, it loops a 1024 Hertz frequency back to the high speed counter. Now also I need to set up a span to convert it from 1024 to 1000. So in other words, it's a millisecond pulse. Now the range of the physical parameters here from 0, you can see I've already done it, to 1000, and the sensor signal will be 0 to 1024, and the engineering units will be milliseconds. Now we apply that. We simply come over to our Schedule A. Now we right click, we have to add a channel, we have to now check our high speed counter value. It's an accumulating counter in this instance, and we have to scale it, data conversion, so we convert it to milliseconds, and I'll give it a label which will be POS MSEC. Now we'll add our measurement here to our there we go, accumulating counter. This is for the negative edge of it. I'll label neg MSEC, and we also need to rescale this. Alright, but the last thing we need to do is the fact we've got to reset the value every second. So we need to run this schedule every second. So we need to add high speed counter input. We need to have a resetting measurement. So every second this schedule will run and reset our millisecond counter back to 0. Now if we just leave it as it is, this will return a value every second. We actually don't want to record this value at all. What we want to do is the fact to make it a working channel. Now if I right click on here and pick up properties, we've got a couple of choices here. We could not return it to the host, not log it, not display it. If you make it working, in other words, what it does is it doesn't record anything, but it can be used in calculation, so it doesn't sort of sit in memory and waste space, etc. So I click OK there. Now we click on program and we send that little program to the connection. There we go. Come over to window, text 1. Alright, the program is being sent across. Alright, the program's now gone across. Now if we get a closure, we get time, date, and the number of milliseconds from that 31, and we get an opening. There's time, date, milliseconds. So we get 2. We can see that we can get sub-millisecond readings. Not sub-still millisecond, but sub-second readings. The dataTaker 500 range products are extraordinarily powerful. They can do an amazing array of functions within the logging environment.